What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Back with another Booze and Reviews. It's your man, T. Roy, and your man's Critique,
Watch your mouth.
and your man, Mugu. All right, so back at it today. The pick for today is Critique's pick, and we doing the movie review for Deathproof. I'm gonna lay it off to him so he can kind of give you the overview of the movie, and then we'll go into the reviews.
All right. So Deathproof is a flick by Quentin Tarantino, to where he takes back to classic 36 millimeter filmmaking. Supposed to be a 70s action thriller starring Kurt Russell. Rosario Dawson's in it. The name of the other two ladies that star in it escapes me right now. But I would like to say that I really enjoyed this movie. I think you have to watch it in a 70s sort of mind, because you got the old film, so you had the streaks running through the movie. The acting is 70s. The clothes is 70s. The dialogue is 70s, which is mostly boring. But I think that was the genius part of it. That he kept it real retro. The action is good, and it is actually just based on a crazy white man who finds it particularly amusing and self-satisfying to terrorize girls in a classic car. What was that car?
Wow, a Chevelle.
Was it a Challenger?
The first one was a Chevelle.
Okay.
And then I think the second one was a Challenger.
Okay, yeah.
I think the second one was a Challenger.
Yeah, and that was it. It wasn't too complicated. Like I said, the retro action and how he kept it real 70s, I believe was the point. I believe that's what he was going for. And Quentin Tarantino, he taking it from Pulp Fiction or taking it from his other movies. They are real complicated. They're real, like you got to watch it and dissect it and try to figure out where it's going. This was a 70s movie. As we all know, if you watch a 70s movie, this is pretty much not complicated. You pretty much know where it's going. And I think that was brilliant of him. And me, technically, I give it a half a cup. Strictly based on... I would give it a half a cup just on on just how real he kept it. Actually, let me change that. 3/4 of a cup, because I was about to say half a cup because the acting wasn't that good. The plot, the budget didn't look like it was that good, but I think that's what he was going for. Quentin Tarantino knows that it's people like me out here who enjoys I would say a white exploitation film. Yeah. So it's people like me that's out here that enjoys how he took it back. How in the 1970s this probably wouldn't have happened yet. The world wasn't too far gone in 1970. Everybody was partying, doing cocaine, going to Studio 54. And in 1970, if this would have came out in the early 70s, it would have been a shock. It probably would have been a big blockbuster movie. But seeing that it was made when it was made, a lot of people probably might not enjoy it, because you got to watch it in that era. You got to put yourself in the 70s to enjoy the costumes, to enjoy the ragged and wooden dialogue.
Yeah.
To enjoy the action was... In the 70s, the action was pushing the boundary in the 70s. Right now, in 2023, to see a car crash or a car chase, you're like, what the fuck was this? But in the 70s, that was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? So I'll give it 3/4 of a cup.
Okay.
And especially because Kurt Russell was in it. That's one of my top 5 actors. So.
Can't go wrong. Okay. So where do you see it at, T. Roy?
It was a lot of things that I found a little joy out of with the movie. Like Critique said, Kurt Russell, definitely one of my favorite actors. Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing. There's so many movies I can name. His is one of my favorites. But I would say that I like the homage to the old 70s, those actual grindhouse type movies that they did in the drive-ins back in the day.
Yeah.
The acting wasn't that great, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing to really, kind of write home about. But I really did enjoy, and I guess this will be a spoiler, but the car chase, not the car chase, but the actual car accident in the beginning of the movie. The shit was wild. Like, it was crazy. I like some of the cameos in the movie, too. If y'all don't remember the guy that played the sheriff, he actually is the same sheriff from the beginning of From Dusk Till Dawn.
He sure is. Yeah, sure is.
He's playing the same character. I think his name is Earl McGraw. His name is Earl McGraw. And he's the actual sheriff that Quentin Tarantino kills at the beginning From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I remember.
So he's playing himself in Planet Terror. It's another movie. That's the first part of Grindhouse, because Grindhouse was, 2 movies, Planet Terror and Deathproof. So he plays that character multiple times. I thought that was a cool cameo. But other than that, I would give this movie quarter of a cup. Wow. I mean,
he did Quentin like that.
And Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorite directors, but I feel like he ain't had shit to do when he made this movie. I feel like he was just kind of bored. Like, let's make something and, get some asses in the seats real quick.
Right.
But and you got to take it for that. You're not looking for an Oscar-winning performance or best special effects. It really was just a homage to those movies from back in the day.
Yeah.
And he knew people would go see it just because of his name.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like buying a pair of Nikes, even if they ugly. They still Nikes.
They still Nikes. Yeah.
I think I'm right with y'all. I think I had to rewind myself a little bit because you've been watching newer movies. So with newer movies, you're probably gonna get bang, 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 bang action.
Right.
Where in this particular case, you're gonna get some severe action, then it's gonna be a drop off. Then it's gonna build up to the next one.
Right.
So, little spoil, half spoilers in this movie. And I think when we talk about older movies, it may not be so much of a spoiler because it's an older movie.
You can pretty much tell where it's going.
Yeah, but and exactly. You can see where it was going. Now, the name of the movie is called Deathproof, but in that particular case, you don't know what is Deathproof. Are we talking about the person? What are we really talking about? And then he broke it down in the movie as far as what Deathproof was. And the whole idea of just being a stuntman. You know what I'm saying?
Stuntman Mike.
Yeah, so just to being a stuntman, that was the whole idea of why this is called Deathproof. I would say that I definitely didn't like the ending. I definitely didn't like the ending. That was one thing that probably stuck with me probably through all of this, was the ending. I was like, I don't like the ending.
Yeah, it just went off kind of like, what?
Yeah.
And we talk about a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So in this particular kind, I'm like, oh man, they could have did a real great ending, but I just didn't like the ending. But again, I would have to give it, in my red cup review would probably be, I'll probably give it a half cup. Because by the time when you get to the action, it was good.
Yeah.
When you get to the action, because that the first time before he goes to the hospital, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Literally, like, who does that? Like, you could be thirsty over chicks, you know what I'm saying? But goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really gonna do that? And for some reason, I will tell y'all this, if you go watch this movie, pay attention to, in the first part of the movie, pay attention to her feet. I'm not going to tell you nothing else. Pay attention to her feet, because that right there is going to lead you
Jungle
into...
Julia?
Yep. It's going to...
Okay, I got some dialogue on that.
It's going to lead you right into what's going to happen.
Damn, I missed that.
So this is what y'all got to peep about Quentin Tarantino movies.
Okay.
And we'll touch on From Dusk Till Dawn. His foot fetish is on full display in this movie.
That's what it was.
Are you serious?
If you look at From Dusk Till Dawn, when Salma Hayek is doing the dance with the snake,
on
and
the
she
bar,
dance in front of the table with him.
Shot from her feet up.
Yeah, and she put her whole foot in his mouth. Quentin Tarantino.
Okay,
mouth.
yeah, damn,
and in this
but
movie,
I thought that was like
in this movie when the credits is rolling in the beginning, he keep the camera on her goddamn feet for the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw
The
that.
black woman is that's Sidney Poitier's daughter. A lot of
Shut
people
up.
don't know that. Jungle Julia, that's Sidney
Yeah.
Poitier's daughter.
Wow. We all learning something.
Yeah,
boy.
I missed that.
And y'all want to know how I know that? Because I'm Batman. So, yeah. That's,
Okay, now this is about to make me go watch it again. And Dust to Dawn.
Yeah.
Did he have anything in Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
Uma
man.
Thurman dancing barefooted with John Travolta.
Yeah.
They kept the camera on her feet the whole time. He has a foot fetish.
Has that been documented?
I fucking documented it.
I feel like this.
So there.
Oh my God.
If you see 3 or 4 movies,
Yeah.
it's something about feet and legs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Man,
And he ain't scared to admit it either.
Like if
He ain't
you got
scared to
pretty
show it
feet
on there.
around Quentin Tarantino, your ass on camera.
and I think it's like a puzzle though, because like if you watching the movie, like okay, I'll give you this. Did you pay attention to when the color changed? Did you pay attention to when the color changed?
It was black and white. I can't remember when it was black.
I paid attention to when the color changed.
I knew when
I
it
guess
changed,
so.
but what are you saying? It meant something, or
It meant something.
what did it mean?
So, like, okay.
yeah, I knew when it changed, but it was like
So
I thought he was keeping it like
there
in
was-
in the 70s.
there was a
film,
distance.
like I don't know what the fuck.
There was a distance
We're
amount
gonna
of
have to
time.
rewatch this, y'all.
It was a distance between when he had his first situation
Mm-hmm.
to when he was in the hospital to when the second one happened. There was a difference.
That's when the
And
color
the-
changed.
And the color changed right then. And it happened when, like, you know, what critique was what critique was letting you guys know about the movie style, the lines running through the movie, the blips,
Quick cuts.
the blips
The
in the
blips,
tape
yeah.
or whatever. That happened as soon as one of them happened. The color changed just like that.
And a part of that too was still like an homage to the old school movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought it
It's
was,
like-
and only. But I have to go back and watch it again. Damn, Damn.
But see, that's why it's 3 people watching this
Right,
movie.
2 more hours that I could be damn watering the grass or cutting the grass or something. Now I gotta watch it again. Man, y'all done put a whole another aspect on and no, I did not know he had a foot fetish. And I remember the parts. I just thought that was, you know,
I didn't know.
him directing and saying, hey, get
I didn't realize
Okay,
that
yeah.
until he just said it.
Yeah.
But I just remember, like, wow, Kill Bill.
I do remember.
I mean,
I do
boy,
remember in
Kill
Pulp
Bill.
Fiction.
Is there a Kill Bill
Yeah,
too?
I do remember in Pulp Fiction, Uma Thurman dancing, and
Barefooted.
it was showing her feet a lot, but
Yep.
I took it as like, hey, she got these moves down. Like, y'all need to see Uma Thurman dancing.
Oh, no.
Not that this nigga is behind the
Quentin
camera
Tarantino
getting
like feet.
Right. I didn't know he was behind the camera jerking it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey.
Dude.
Exactly.
Hey, to each his own, man.
Hey,
Yeah, and with Quentin
Thurman.
Tarantino's big forehead, he fits the profile of a pervert. You know?
But here go this thing. This movie about a pervert.
Yeah.
This dude is a pervert.
Is he talking about himself?
Was he a pervert or was he just like?
He wasn't so
Was he
much.
obsessed
He
with
wasn't
killing?
talking about himself, though. No, he was talking
You
about
know what?
himself.
He did do some kind of perverted in the movie. He,
First time at the bar, who he talking to, the old girl, they kind of conversing about what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Stuntman Mike.
You see what I'm saying?
Man, damn.
You at a bar not getting alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Those little things. These little things tell a whole lot about that movie, though.
Yeah, I knew Quentin
And
Tarantino.
who this dude was and why he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because he was just fucking weird.
That's one thing I appreciated though. It was a good turn for Kurt Russell because you usually see him being a hero in movies, and it was good to see him like be like a psychotic, crazy motherfucker. You know,
Boy.
just going crazy.
Out the
And
wood.
getting off on it, too.
Yeah, getting off on
Yeah.
it. You know, so yeah, it was a good turn for him.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, when we talk about stalking, dog, that
yeah.
was real
Picture
stalking.
per- you look it up in the dictionary, Kurt Russell is in there like,
For
hey,
this movie.
yeah, for this movie,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was in there.
Mm-mm.
So yeah.
Yeah,
so
my
we-
favorite scene was the car was the car chase, car smashing, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like those, I was looking at it as like, you know, picking a place to where they can make it look as real as they could. It was an open field, open road. Of course, I know that road is probably used and they blocked it off for movie production purposes.
Right.
But knowing Quentin Tarantino and how animate and how he is about making his movies, I think he wanted to make it as real as possible. And let me ask y'all this. Do y'all feel that it was like so many camera tricks in that scene where the girl is on the hood and she's holding on? It looked like that shit was for real.
Talking
like
about the first car accident when he killed the first girls in the beginning.
No, second half of the movie.
No, second.
So the woman that was on the hood,
Yeah.
she's a stunt woman in real life. Her name is Zoe Bell. And she's a stunt woman. So
Batman.
I'm
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
Me and Bruce Wayne is never in the same room at the same time. But whatever.
So that scene was as real as it can get.
And
Yeah, she's a real stunt woman.
And the sister too, right? Or she was his actor.
I think she was just an actress.
Because
but the
understand-
white girl that was on the hood, I think she was tied to it.
Yeah.
She's a real stunt woman.
So remember
And
this.
she was enjoying that shit too.
And so you got to remember this though. Supposedly, that second half of that movie, one is the star, and the other two are stunt people.
Yeah,
The
because
two girls,
the women that he ran to in the beginning, they wasn't ready for him. But them second
They wasn't-
girls,
yeah,
they
yeah,
whooped his
yeah,
ass.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was on his
And
feet.
homegirl shot his ass too.
Yeah,
I liked
she
that
shot
part.
him.
Yeah,
she shot the shit out of
Dog,
him.
and Kurt Russell being the actor he is, he was like, "Oh, this bitch just shot." He got in the car, nigga, bumped that shit out, nigga, and dipped.
Yeah, he
and
did.
dipped.
He definitely did.
Perfect response.
Yeah, he didn't wanna
Perfect
play
acting
no-
right
he
there. He
didn't
was
wanna
like,
play
"Oh,
no
you
more.
bitches is for real."
He didn't want to play no more. after
Yeah,
that.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But
you gotta take this
damn.
movie for what it was. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So what was your okay? So we started with critique. Critique gave it 3/4
I gave it 3/4.
of a red cup.
Only a half a cup for the movie, and a whole nother quarter of a cup just for Kurt Russell. Just for Kurt Russell.
Yeah,
That was it.
I mean, Kurt Russell alone, man. I mean, that's my dog.
I mean, what can you do?
And I give it a half cup.
I'm gonna give it a half too. I'll give it a half.
So you
I was
got
in the
a
half.
half cup, 3/4.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our red cup review. That's the review that we put on all of our movies that we review. So we all deal with a form of a red cup. You know, hey, it's booze and reviews. You know
Watch
what I'm
them
saying?
out.
And see, we having a good time. We watch movies, man. It doesn't matter, you know, what time the movie came out, brand new, old, or whatever. We'll review it. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you comment. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe and
Hit
like.
those alerts.
Yeah, and turn on your notifications because you'll see when we get new content up. And if you follow us, make sure you follow us on Facebook. You can follow the Booze and Reviews group in Facebook and turn on your notifications. So anytime that we go live, you'll know that we go live and you'll see all the new updates that we got on our page. And anything else y'all want to, any critique you want to put anything else on?
Nah, I think we pretty much covered it. I'm good. Just for the record, you know, we always got to let y'all know what we drink. This is Booze and Review. We didn't review, now let's booze.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Jim Beam Black, extra aged, you know, with a little bit of Coke on the side.
I'm dealing with Old Smoky Tennessee salted watermelon whiskey.
Yeah, that shit is good too, y'all.
I just did some rum today, and earlier I had some Coke 45, but
Billy
no, I'm just playing.
Billy D.
This is
Williams style.
Bacardi today, and you know, just playing it smooth. That's all.
Yeah, just a sip,
That's
you know
it.
what I'm saying, and kick it and watch the movies with y'all. So, without further ado,
Once again, we tell you to lift your cups.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of Booze and Reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe.
yes, sir.